today is going to be the day. Hello everybody, and welcome back to some more Sea of Stars. We basically just got told the boss is in the next room, so be prepared for everything to go to hell. And you know what? I mean, the game basically gave us it on a platter. We're not going to use it at all, though. We're going to quickly, stock up everything that we've got. Just, eat what we can, heal up what we can. And we're going into what I believe might be the last 2 rooms of the game, basically. The final 2, the business is with our master. Our master. No quarrel will come from us. We are peaceful servants. Yeah, no, we've got literally 2 rooms left, which is whatever the summoner's room is, and Great Fleshmancer, please hear my prayer. And the Fleshmancer's final challenge, basically, where we're fighting him. Fleshmancer watches over countless worlds. We are honored to be so close to him. God. We're not here to challenge your right to an audience with our master. You've already earned it by reaching this place. Feel free to use the room to my right as a place to rest. Also, the teleporter to my left can take you back to the entrance if you want. So that's to the entrance. This is the rest room. I carry a small inventory. Do you need anything? God, wow. And of course, right at the end, there's 2 final recipes that we haven't even, picked up. Like, casual, hi, by the way, did you realize that there's more in the game that you still haven't cooked? Because guess what? There is. The singular cooking achievement that this game has in it is single-handedly going to be my downfall. Obviously, we're going to take the rest because, question pack number 10. Of course there is. Let's set up camp one last time. Since, obviously, there's something else to do. Thanks again for the help. It's good to know my people will be safe. ... Hey, wanna hear a story? Let's see here. We've already heard all the stories. Costallion was a worthy opponent. What a great team we are. I'm ready. Yeah, you know what? I feel pretty ready too. So we still have this to do, which, holy cow, that is, the Braves is, I see why the Braves hasn't been given to us yet. It is quite literally like the best item in the game for us. Where is the lasagna? That's a full party plus 180. Look, it's saying as good as food gets. Most people don't know this. I despise lasagna. Lasagna is one of my least favorite meals ever in existence. Look, pasta cake just sucks, okay? Everybody can get mad at me in the comments, especially because I'm 3 minutes into my episode and I'm saying this to y'all. But no, pasta cake just sucks. That's all I need to say about it. Well, I think we're as ready as we're gonna get. You're going to meet our great leader? I envy you. Let's drop a save real quick just so that I don't have to go through all the eats again. We haven't met Erlina again, which I feel like is going to be part of this fight. We still have... We've got to have another fight with the 4. I'm betting we have all, 1, 2, 3, and 4 in Erlina. And that's our final hurrah before the Fleshmancer. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. Also, I like that there's this weird little corner right here that you can get into. It's nice. Oh my gosh. They definitely went all out on this final little bit of the game. God, it is so cool. Long, giant staircase. Always truly that sign you're about to meet, the ultimate boss, Alright, okay. The staircase has gone on long enough. Alright, good. Come on. 55 flights of stairs. Okay, thank God. We're here. The Fleshmancer looking over the eclipse. God. What a cool moment. You made it. Congratulations, you've been quite the nuisance. Prepare yourself. Prepare myself. My foolish child, fighting solstice warriors is beneath me. But you did make it all the way here, so I will play by the rules. The time has come to decide on the fate of your world and the fate of all of its worlds. Can you defeat my strongest lieutenant, or will she reign supreme over the cyborgs? Never. Your evil has no place here anymore. Aye, haven't we grown boastful? Actually, it's Bistful, because his name is Bist. Let the matter be settled, then. I call on you, my champion. Destroy these interlopers, and claim your place as the ruler of this world. Come, ELYSA'NDARELLE. Oh God. Such a cool design for her. You were an absolute... yeah, Erlina? ELYSA'NDARELLE. What have you become? Who dares challenge my reign? Don't you recognize us? I recognize the Solstice Warrior Vermin. Vermin, which must be eradicated. She's completely gone. Silence. You will bow before me. Brace yourselves. Hell freaking yeah. Okay. This is what I hoped for. This is what I really hoped for. I kept an Arcane Barrage at hand because, yeah, no, I wanted to make sure that I was able to do this. Hell yeah. We got her on lock. Okay, not that. Let's swap you out for me. Well, so we know it's not Blades. God, such an awesome theme. I do not think this is the final boss, by the way. I really do not think so. There's like just no way that this is the final boss. Like, it just doesn't feel right if so. And I mistimed that horribly. God. I love the fact that she's like dancing and swaying. Like, too much power in this lady's veins. ELYSA'NDARELLE. Such a cool name. Oh, we're gonna have to take this one, I think. Yeah, nothing I can do about it. Nothing I can do about it. Okay, well, you know what I can do? Oh, I can't even do that. Okay, well, what I can do is smack. Telekinesis crash. Ow. Okay, not too bad. God, alrighty. We go. I messed it up. Oh, I was totally hoping that was gonna be a multi-attack string of hell. I was like, please tell me that's gonna be awesome. I guess I mean, it's not a Moonerang. Do we try a Venom Flurry? Really? Also, I apparently am sucking at timing now. Telekinesis crash, gonna be those two. Ow. Okay. Come on. We need to shield heal everybody. Okay, come on. This one's gonna hurt. So cool. Okay, we really need to ebb, I guess. God, I cannot time. What the hell am I doing? Telekinesis crash, she's gonna break those two shields, so it doesn't matter. I'm just losing my capabilities tonight. I mean, look, we go for an X-ray. No. We hold on to that. This will be the attack for that. And then use your ultimate right now. Luana's Might, Retribution. In my opinion, I think the strongest damaging attack in the game, by the way. Hell yeah. God. Such a cool boss design. Alright, I mean, keep up the offensive. That is 3, so we really want... I can't tell... Not weak to any of this stuff, so nothing too important per se with who I'm using what with, you know. Ow, I mistimed that horribly. Alright, do I really... yeah, probably do. Arcane Barrage. It's the best time stopper in the game. It just works so well. Well, this sucks. Come on. Do I have anybody with a combo that goes poison right now? No, I do not. So we're gonna take whatever this is, just simply because I can't. We're gonna want... yeah, let's do a Solstice Strike just to force the swap. Telekinesis... oh, it's just a telekinesis crash. Ow. I really think this is another one of those instances where it's actually one you can't do anything with. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah. Okay, recharge up. So you need to. Oh my gosh, she's weak. We're like, she's almost done. What? What? That is insanity to me. Yeah, I'm gonna Petrichor the team here, mainly just to get Rashawn back up to full so he can be tanking. Yeah, telekinesis crash. Okay, you can block it, I'm just being mad. Yeah, she's swaying much slower. So, yeah, no, we're destroying this boss fight. I thought we had, like, just barely started almost. Because she hasn't even really done anything that's too deadly. Which is why I'm like, this doesn't feel correct to me. Okay. Yep, I have to time this. There we go. Cool. There we go. Yeah, like, she's only got 2 attacks, and they aren't dangerous, like, at all. And she's sweating. Like, this, to me, screams she's faking. This is another one where I need to time it. There we go. No! I need more power. I need more! Oh god. Okay. Now the real boss fight begins. Right. Okay. Okay, that's sick. Okay, that's sick. That's sick. Okay, that's sick. Hell yeah. Oh my god. Okay. Mending likes the team because, yeah, we need this. I mistimed that. It's okay, it was still a full heal. I guess just ebb to reveal. Okay. Oh, it was a Solstice Strike. Crystal Touch. Oh no. Okay. Oh my gosh, that thing has 99 health. Or 999 health. Okay, that's cool. So we have to break the locks on it or else, you know, he's useless for the rest of the fight. Really? Not even one of them is Moon. Well, fine then. You know, that's fine. Okay, there's the multi-hit I was expecting. I'm worried what's gonna happen whenever that timer hits 0, by the way. Okay, well, we're about to find out. Shatter? Oh, please tell me. Oh my gosh, it's an instant set to 1, followed by an immediate death. Dear God. Okay. Okay, come on. Look, you know what we do? We hit both available options. Hell yeah. I'm glad that Rashawn is holding up fine, you know, with all of this. Interesting that you can hit that like that now that I've realized. Oh my, I just realized what his timing. I have struggled with Rashawn's timing the entire game. I finally realized what his timing is. It's making it so both hit at the same time. Which is stupid to me. I'm surprised that I've forgotten this, you know? Or not realized this the entire time we've been playing. But, you know, I mean, it's one of those moments. Wait a minute. Oh, is there only... No, there's 3 there. Yup, it's literally making both of them hit real quick. Jesus Christ, that is such a strong effect. Okay, yeah, I can't target her hands, by the way, so it is just ELYSA'NDARELLE. Which, I mean, we know this isn't the final boss fight. Like, this cannot be the final boss. Like, we still got Afterward and Man has been too much of a pain in our side for too long to not be the final boss. Okay, let's hold on to all of these, and I will just healing light you. And then we follow that with a superiorly boosted, yeah, full-on Great Eagle ultimate. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Come on. Take him down. Come on. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, we then want to just keep up the offensive. Recharge as much MP as possible. I do find it weird that she hasn't tried to go for the shadow play again. Like, that was so devastating, and then it hasn't been used since. Like, I'm kind of in the boat of, okay, cool. Now where is it? Like, actually though, where is it? Okay, there it is. We're gonna want to pull out you and make it an arcane barrage. Press A to kick. Hell, oh my gosh, we just cleared it in one. I wasn't even intending for that. Healing light on yourself. Okay, for a moment there I was like, is she actually getting beat? I was about to say. God. That attack hurts like hell. Okay, disorient. Okay. Solstice Strike with you as the swabbing. Oh, that was nothing. Yeah, Life Leech. Oh, she's healing. Ow. Okay, that's not nice. This is gonna be a shatter play, incoming. Look, I spoke too soon, and now she's like, alright, fine, I got more than that. So, please just shatter. Okay. Let's go! Let's Moonerang this, since we know that it's at least one moon. I mean, I would like to know more, you know, obviously. But at least one move. Life Leech. Ow. Ow, that hurt like hell. Cannot time for the life of me. Oh, jeez. Alright, here we go. This is bye-bye. Ooh, that's rough. Okay, we're going this. This ultimate does kill this, so, yep, altered this. Here we go. The arcane ultimate that is Bist is wonderful. The raindrop that fell to earth. Kaboom. Yum, 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 yum. Oh boy, howdy. What do I even do about this? I mean, we don't have... Yeah, we don't have enough, so it's not worth it. Genuinely, we just keep Bist alive and try and lower this as best we can to sail. There we go. Come on. Crystal Touch. This is gonna go on this. Oh god. Of course it goes to you. We need everything we can get. I mean, look, we see a Moonerang, so we take the Moonerang. I'm gonna try an X-Strike after this, maybe? Just like, ugh. It is really rough, the crystals. Yep. Ironically, wouldn't this make this go, like, technically a bit better? I'm like, I want one that is really good at breaking this stuff, but I'm worried that as soon as this goes out, it's got, like, this is really just going on instinct if I do that. This at least guarantees we live. So, it's better to do the Petrichor, despite never landing a single way to get this thing down. Shatter, obviously. Oh my gosh. Yeah, down he goes. Okay, that is really rough. Like, unbelievably rough, actually. We go for an Arcane Moons just because I see a way and Okay, yeah, I did get the way, so lucky me. There we go. Okay, come on. We're good. Oh. That is different than I thought it would be. We really would have loved this to be when we had... when we had Light Mana out on the field. This should at least be good. I mistimed that horribly. Crystal Touch. Okay, that's at least doable. You know, part of me is thinking this is going to be it. Just because it's a, you know, full-on, like, all physical types. Also, this boss fight has been going on for literally 30 minutes. What the hell? He's been here for almost 30 minutes. Come on. Really? Oh my god. What? What is it? Hell yeah, I got him. No shatter for you. Okay, down you go. Up you come. Because apparently we're good. She's getting weak. I should mention, like, we're moving decently well. Here, let's get you healed while we got a time. Hell yeah. There we go. There we go. Bad. Ow. Okay, come on. We need just something. I mean, look, you can try a Instant Strike. Obviously, it was nothing, but, you know, it was worth the shot. Life Leech, okay. I keep mistiming that one so bad. Oh my gosh, there it is. The Solstice Strike. Okay, come on. Swap you for... you need this badly. We also need this badly. Oh my god, I got her. Luigi defeat ELYSA'NDARELLE. Ah! Woo. Woo. My power. Master, you promised. I promised opportunity, nothing more. way! Huh? Rashawn, you're back. They've won. It's time to leave, Afril. Oh, come on. I want to be there when they see the final surprise. What are you on about? Ask your new guardian gods. Can you feel it? It's coming from so far away. A world eater. You are the only ones who can destroy it. Godspeed, Sullen and Luana. No! Rashawn, get back here! Stop that, you asshole! He's really gone. We're free. Oh, it's been so long. Zale, Valerie. We must go now, Sarai. The World Eater has to be stopped. Will you return? You feel everything now. There's just so much for us to do. So many worlds, I had no idea. This is goodbye then. I guess so, Bist. Wait! Before you go, can I just... Right. The story of the Sea of Stars. It's been great knowing you. I'll make sure future generations know your story and remember you always. It's been great knowing you as well, Teeks. Please, stay safe. It's not about us anymore. You take good care of yourself and your people, okay? We'll do our best in your memory. It's time to go, Valerie. And so our watch begins. Here's hoping it won't be too boring. That'd be a first. Hey, don't forget to visit whenever you fly by. You bet. So, no Afril? No... That was a really bad final boss. That's literally the end of the game. Are you kidding me? That's it? That's it? We don't get to go fight that World Eater? We don't get to fight Afril? Okay, no, never mind, we do. Sea of Stars. That was just a title marker. Please tell me we get a fight with, like, ultimate power. Wait, what? This is not the finale I expected. Okay. This is something different. Interesting. You know, I mean, look, I've mentioned recently I've been enjoying the Don Maku sections in here. This is interesting. I'm struggling to feel happy with the ending of this game right now. This is legitimately the ending. This is something I'm struggling to defend. I really think this game shot itself in the foot if this is legitimately its ending. Because this just isn't threatening. Like, it's not that threatening. It's not that hard. I'm struggling right now to feel happy about this being the ending. Yeah, like, that went down way too easily. Is that it? Is that it? That's the game. How did you take my 11 out of 10 game and throw me the worst ending possible? Oh. Alright, look. Sea of Stars is a beautiful game that I have loved every second of. And it's been one that I've enjoyed just generally, like, without any fault, without any end. Like, it has been probably one of the best games I've played of recent. The ending genuinely is the only qualms I have with it. The game is perfect with every single little thing it does. I love its combat system. I love everything. There's only been a few attacks that I haven't been able to figure out the timing. There's a few little qualms that I have with the combat system in showing to you that you got the timing correctly, which is why I have the sequence flare, and have had it since the start of the game. However, the ending, that is a struggle boat of an ending to the point where, like, I struggle to even defend it. It's not a good ending. ELYSAN'DARELLE is a meh final boss. It wasn't tough enough. There was only 3 attacks on that final boss. I would have loved to see, like, 8. We've had boss fights that have had up to, like, 6 attacks, which is why I say that. I would love to have seen, like, 8-ish attacks on that thing that were, you know, all really different, all unique, all awesome. I think that overall, the game's combat system really, towards the ending, had a lot of strong points. I think the most threatening boss was Alabasterix, or whatever his name is. The one that literally gave you a full party set to 1 with the possibility of an insta-kill after if you weren't careful. He's the only one that I feel like was really threatening towards the end. The ultra bosses that we fought were all really hard. The only one that was really ultra hard though was did I even have to do any of them twice? I didn't even have to do any of the ultra bosses twice. No, actually, yeah, now that I think about it, I didn't even have to do any of the ultra bosses twice. That, I feel like, also talks to this game's difficulty at some points. This game's difficulty curve is all over the charts. It's really freaking hard at some points. And then there's other points where you just end up with, like, really high value, you're doing amazing, and nothing really scares you. The ending, I think, gets to that point where nothing was really scaring me anymore. It was more just moving through the battle and handling it. Now, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, because the combat is very interesting, and there were many different points in every single combat that I was in where I was legitimately struggling with something or having to deal with something. Like, this game is a game all about balancing your materials, and your characters are as much a material as their health bars, as their mana. Like, everything is a resource in this game, and it's really good. And in some points you're struggling with the resources your enemy has, which is when you get the lock system. It's amazing. I think that ending really struggles with the statement of it just didn't go big enough. And everybody who knows me when it comes to Final Fantasy Final Fantasy stuff and, you know, stories with role-playing games, knows that I love when a RPG takes it to the utmost, obscenes for their endings. Nier does it well, as you will have already seen by the time this came out. And this is definitely an insane game with how it's done its stuff. But its ending felt rushed to me. So I'm going to hold to the statement this game is now dropped in my likings of it. Just because it didn't have an ending that was as good as it could have been. Its ending really should have been, you fight Aferul, you beat him up, you literally destroy him with a whole, like, you know, final boss, like, you know, Final Fantasy type thing. I get it, Aferul is next to unkillable for us. Who cares? Give us the shot. Instead of just making him back out of the fight like Rashawn, make him actually give us a fight. And I need to talk about Rashawn and Aferul. Rashawn and Aferul are they're too underutilized in this game. I literally think you wrote yourself the tools to make one of the most craziest come-up-in stories possible. By using Rashawn as an old mentor type character that could have carried us over the finish line, a la like Final Fantasy X type stuff with the one shadow guy who helps you out as, like, you know, the one that everybody like theorized about being basically a vision of a dead character or whatnot because he's never in any of the cutscenes. You basically underutilized Rashawn by just giving pansy writing and making you back him out like halfway into the game and just stopping using him. Like, you really could have used him for the entire game instead of pulling him out halfway through the game just because, oopsie, you know, he realized that, hey, you know, his thoughts on Aferul were entirely wrong. Yeah, oops. No, that was pansy writing and a cop-out. And then you give me the best setup in all history for an amazing villain in Aferul with no reward. Like, I'm honestly persuading myself to drop this even lower than a 10 out of 10. I'm almost persuading myself to drop it to a 9 out of 10. Just because of some lazy writing in some spots. Like, it's a really fun game, and it's got really good premise and really good promise, and I've always said that, like, an ending can really swap my feelings of a game. Really, I am standing with that. Yeah, no, this has become a 9 out of 10 game. I'm gonna hold to the 9 out of 10 now. Beautiful game, beautiful pixel art, loved every second of the graphics, loved every look at it. You can run this game on the toaster. You don't need it. My graphics card is literally dying right now as we talk about this and as I'm recording this episode. It doesn't matter. You can run this thing on a toaster. It's fine. Literally, this game is beautiful. It's awesome. It does so much cool stuff with its capabilities. Writes its world so well. And it just missed those few tiny key points that would have turned it, like, with its ending, it would have turned it into a genuine 11 out of 10. I'm obviously going to go through and do all the final little bits and pieces. There's a million things we haven't seen yet. There's a million parts we haven't seen yet that I know of. I know there's a whole, like, post-game subquest that we haven't done. I know there's a very meta thing that we haven't done yet. I know there's we've got the entire DLC that we've still got left to do. That's an expansion to this. Like, we've got at least, I want to say, like 10 more episodes of this. But my innate statement of this as currently stands is I'm very disappointed with the ending of this game. And I wish that it was written just that little bit spicier for its ending to make it into something that would have genuinely stood as my 11 out of 10 game that I've played. And I've put a lot of time into this saying this is going to be an 11 out of 10 game by the time I'm done. And I've said that many episodes, is that this is genuinely an 11 out of 10. So So to have the game disappoint me like this right at the end when it had every card on the table to give itself the 11 out of 10, it's disappointing. It's saddening. It's really, really undeniably saddening to me. And I just wanted to see, I guess, more. So, like, I don't know what to say other than, we tried. I really tried to give this thing the best view I could. And I did. I gave it the best view. Like, I'm still talking about my 9 out of 10 game. This is literally almost a perfect game. Like, it's still almost as perfect. I'm gonna go back through and probably replay this game, even regardless of the fact that, you know, like, that there's a whole bunch of side stuff. Like, if it weren't for the fact that I'm going to be recording some new episodes of this for, you know, just playing the rest of the DLC, playing the rest of everything else, like, obviously, I would be playing, or I wouldn't be, you know, worried too much about it. But, yeah, no, like, I would go play through the game again. I think the points that really need fixed is the ultra high difficulty portions of the game need to be, given a bit of a rework. Just because the ultra high difficulty parts of the game were something where basically the only reason you were struggling is because you basically were thrown up against turns that were next to impossible with timing everything. And the other side of that is if you're going to throw those turns that are actually impossible to handle, you need to make sure that they aren't going to be the ones that are just broken, like, delete you instantaneously type moves. Which, albeit, as we saw with Erlina and, you know, the final boss right there, like, yeah, we got away from that a little bit. But on the same hand, your final boss should actually be the one exception to that rule. Your final boss should be the one person who genuinely looks at you and just insta-kills somebody. And I think they just played too soft. You gave me a triple boss fight earlier with the main real boss of it being able to do exactly what your final boss could do as a single target, with the only thing that they did to basically negate the, you know, whole, oh, I'm throwing a set to one at you, was a lock system that I just was too dumb to figure out because I couldn't throw enough attacks at it to actually break it in the time I was playing. Legitimately, I think Erlina as the final boss, if you're gonna do that, make her have an insta-kill. Make her have a legitimate insta-kill. And furthermore, if you're gonna do that, make it legitimately worth my while to try and figure out the way to guarantee delete that effect. Because I would have gone through and I would have opened every single lock so I could view it as soon as possible, would have taken a few hits, and I would have just timed it on the later ones to just make sure that I was doing it. There were some points of that final boss fight where, yeah, I was actually in the mode of starting to transition to that switch. And I haven't played this game in like 2 months, by the way. And I remember the story very well because it's that good of a game. But like, legitimately, the game just, I think here's what happened. I think Kowloon and Savage Ape, you know, the makers of this game, got all the way up right to the ending, wrote an amazingly beautiful story, got a lot of good statements built into it, made a whole bunch of crazy pieces that just carried the game so well. And then they rushed the ending. Like, they got to the end and they were like, okay, go. So what happened to the 4 disciples? What happened to them? Where'd they go? We never saw them again. Legitimately, what would have been awesome is a redo with the four apostles turned into their own dwellers, almost like a quad dweller fight, just to really prove how strong you are. Follow that up with the Erlina boss fight. And then furthermore, now that you've had the Erlina boss fight, you're on your last limbs, and then Afterall comes and descends to really screw you up. And then with that final, Afterall versus the team, you have Rashawn come in as like this final hurrah, to really bolster everybody up. Like, he came back at our final hour, pops a full, I'm talking Petrichor on us, gives us a full heal, and is like, alright, let's finish this Afterall. And then, Afterall says some cool badass line because he's an awesome badass villain whenever they gave him the time to actually put him on the screen, cough cough. And then you just legitimately carry that boss fight into something that is mega ultimate phase things. Like, I'm talking this could have been a 2-hour experience. Those 3 boss fights back to back to back that you have to sit through and really just power through them. Because they are that insane, that strong. I've always been a provisioner for the statement that your final boss should be your scariest thing other than your ultra bosses, and the ultra bosses weren't tough enough in this game to the point where I just considered them as extra bosses. No, I really think in this situation you should have gone all out. Made your final boss literally Afterall, made him the strongest enemy I could have faced in this game, and just make him so powerful that it is next to impossible to even begin to start on fighting him. Within any difficulty curve that makes sense. Make him the hardest boss fight in the game is what I'm talking. Give him some insane moves that just genuinely tear apart your party. Give him some insane strength that just makes him really powerful. Do the thing you did with Phase Reaper. You literally did that last episode. Phase Reaper was an awesome little mini-boss fight. Good job. You made such a cool mini-boss fight that genuinely carried a lot of effort with it just because of the way you designed it and the way you made his moves work. And you gave Phase Reaper the exact same amount of attacks that you gave your final boss. I just have a hard time defending that decision right there. The decision to make Erlina the final boss just it doesn't hit hard enough. It doesn't hit hard enough. I get it. You literally. Oh, and the funnier thing, Afterall just deleting Erlina right at the ending, and then Zale and Valerie being apathetic to everything. I can't defend this ending. It's just bad. It's a bad ending. It's not good. It needed to be so much better. I can't defend the ending. I'm surprised the credits are still rolling. It's been 20 minutes. It's been 20 minutes of me just ranting about this game. Please, Zweiligat, please take us out. God. No, this game has been awesome. I can't defend its ending. I legitimately think its ending is just bad writing. Please, stop. Please, no more. Okay, thank God. This seeking out the Elden Mist, that's good. We get to see him going back and handling, all of this. Oh my God. Okay, look. I do love all the backers in this game. We're just gonna super speed tap through this because this game has gotten almost as much time, or has gotten more time than any of my other rants that I've done recently, and in the past for that matter. Look, we love all you guys. If you're in here, thank you for supporting. That's why I'm doing these rapid taps, by the way, for all of this, where I just go yep. Like, this is my way of just speeding us along without actually ending the credits. But no, good game. What the hell was that ending? Just genuinely, what the hell was that ending? I can't support it. I can't. I cannot support it. It just doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't make sense. Alright, you know what? Yeah, that's moving fast enough. If you really want to see your name, slow down. Or just slow the video down. It's fine. YouTube compression will live. It'll catch all the frames it needs to. I'm happy with this. This game has gotten enough of a rant for me, and I think I'm happy to drop it in with. God, it feels bad to even say that this is dropped in with like Hollow Knight now for me. But yeah, no, it's a 9 out of 10. It's a 9 out of 10, and I'm very solid on that 9 out of 10. I'm going to, you know, love finishing this game with all of its extra little bits. But yeah, no, it really just needed a much better ending. See, and look, there's Sarai dancing with her crew. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. Okay. Thank you, game, for, you know, putting all your Patreon backers. We love you for this. And I do love that you did this, but you already gave credit to them somewhere else in the game. Like, I hate to say this, you've given credit to these guys somewhere else in the game. Like, I thank you for doing this. It's awesome, you know, that you would do this and be so supportive. But doing it twice is a little bit redundant. just a tiny, little tiny bit redundant. No. Like I said, love the game. It's awesome. Just... How did you write that ending and think it was defendable? You literally had the setup final boss just erase the actual final boss and say, nah, it doesn't matter. You win. GG. Fine. Fate of the world decided. I'll just let you go. Like, Afro was just a piece of crap and you just let him go? Like, I'm going to be ranting about this for days. This is going to come up in a separate episode of a game, and I'm just going to be ranting about how much I hate the ending to Sea of Stars, and how it is squandered potential to the highest degree. You know, it's going to come up in the next episode, where it's going to just be, oh my god, how do you have continued backers? I genuinely am a bit over this at this point. I'm like, you know what, thank you, very cool. Glad you're all in here. This is what we get. You get the super speed zoom through because this is literally like minutes upon minutes of balls of text. Jesus. Like, thank you all for being here. I'm glad your name got in the game not once but twice. Whoop-de-doo. I'm totally not just skipping us ahead a little bit. Just because this many backers is totally wonderful, you know? We love them. I thank them for it. Yeah, Garl. And thank you for playing. You're welcome. Thanks for writing a bad ending. I don't think that was a good ending. Oh? Okay. Flying over Mirth. And so we gather each year as they fly by our world on their never-ending watch, and together we remember their story. Hi, Sage? Yes? Elder Teaks! Is it true they always fly in on the warrior cook's birthday? No one knows for sure. Sounds rather poetic, though, doesn't it? Now run along, everyone. I must check in on the crypt's renovations. Thank you for the story, High Sage. Ancient crypts. How's the progress? Pretty good. I've been thinking about Yomar's notes, you know, about the flood. No worries, I'll make the big window extra thick. Well, do you like the central piece? God. Yeah, that's cool. Yes, it's perfect. The end? Question mark? Yeah. No. Good game. Rough ending. Well, with that... Oh, hang on. Hello? Mysterious device has appeared in the moorlands. You now save and return right before the final boss fight to complete side quests. The mysterious device might also be worth investigating. Awesome. With that, everybody, thank you all so much for watching. I will see you all in the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.